were you surprised by how far Lamar and Khloé were willing to go? And was there something that you did to get them to open up like that?
Yeah, I mean, moderately surprised, less so with Lamar in the sense that, like, by design, this show has these big, long master interviews. The idea being, like, most of the subjects of our sports documentaries have been media trained since they were high school phenoms. So if you can just kind of wait them out, that'll wear off after a few hours. And by hour 6, you're kind of cooking with gas. Khloé, I was more surprised by, just in the sense that, like, I had no personal exposure to the Kardashian brand in a firsthand way, but I've always understood it to be very controlled, and they do an unbelievable job with kind of that image. Then to be sitting 4 feet away from Khloé Kardashian when she's talking about the smell of crack cocaine.
That went kind of viral. A lot of people are talking about that. What did she describe it as? She described the smell of crack cocaine.
She did. She described it as this kind of unique, sweet smell. And the kind of pertinent thing she said about it is, like, once you smell it, you never forget it. And it's like nothing else. And then that springboards into this kind of really revealing story at the end of the film where she kind of catches Lamar in the act. And it's a breaking point.
Lamar speaks very, very candidly about his use of drugs. In fact, I think we have a clip. I just want to play a quick soundbite so our viewers know.
I can remember me taking a big line of cocaine. And all I hear is, Lammy, and I see Kris Jenner's face.
You know, I watched that, and then I do wonder, were there moments when Lamar wasn't as open? You know, what was the hardest part for him to talk about?
Yeah, I think it's some of the regrets. It's not the drug use or the substances. I think it's the regrets from the action done while under the influence, right? I think specifically there are moments with Khloé, who he really seems to regret the way that relationship ended. And then, of course, with his kids, you know, there are times, and the documentary details a few of them, when Lamar just wasn't present for them at really kind of pivotal moments and pivotal ages that you can't go back and retrieve. You can't do it over. So I think those are the moments that are difficult for him. But to his credit, you know, he was vulnerable. There was nothing I asked him where he said, I won't talk about that. Right. It was just, you know, sometimes the answers are a little bit shorter, and you can tell it's a sensitive one.
I feel like a lot of people watch this and will be rooting for him, right, to do a 180 in his life. And the sad part about it is my understanding, he says he's more than 60 days sober since that DUI arrest I mentioned at the beginning of the year. What was your reaction to that news? Because when you shot this, and yes, these are allegations at this point that he's facing, but did you have any idea that maybe he wasn't done using?
Yeah, it's tough to say, right? Look, I will say first and foremost that, like, I have some firsthand experience with addiction, and it's a lifelong battle. So Lamar or anyone else that has experienced the depths of it in the way that he details, I don't think anyone should feel like they're ever on the other side fully, right? Fully conquered this thing. It's a daily thing. So in that sense, it's hard to be too surprised that there are, you know, some setbacks. But I also think, like, I didn't come away from making this, and I hope the film doesn't end in a way that suggests I did, that he was kind of in this redemptive place yet.
Yeah,
I got the sense that he was searching for that, and he was kind of grasping for it. But I think this experience in Vegas, the overdose, the near-death experience, has kind of just shaken his core in a way that he's still, you know, working his way back from, even a decade later.
I mean, the opening scene of the film shows Lamar's infamous room at the ranch where he OD'd in 2015. It's been recreated at the Haunted Museum in Vegas. So there's a lot to process here. I guess the last point I have, and we have about 30 seconds, is what do you want people to take away from this? I mean, even if you look at the trailer, he kind of explains what the afterlife is like. He gives a life lesson about it. What do you hope people take away from this?
You know, I hope there's just a level of empathy and understanding for Lamar's story, but also the story of anyone battling with addiction or otherwise. I got a remarkably sweet text from Lamar's son who basically says, Thanks a lot. And I hope that other families going through what we have can kind of take something away from this. So I think his words are as good as anything I'd come up with.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.